give people their flowers. While they can still smell it. Mark Nash. Michael Gross, the boss. My nigga. My brother. Let's get this shit done, Mike. We all love sports, right? Mike Ross, the boss, this is Mike on sports. He smoke competition, same time smoke a port. When it comes to debating, he's one of the greatest. Put him on the A-list, over Kellerman and Bayless. If you missed the show, couldn't make it, just log on and click the playlist. That boy always working, not to be played with. Hit subscribe and the bell for the latest. Mike Gross, the boss, Mike on sports. Right there from first bell, tip up and coin toss. Mike Gross, the boss, Mike on sports. He call it how he see it, either you won or you lost. Big games, big fights, rolling dubs up. You like the content, hater, click the thumbs up. Cashapp, super chat, go all in. But do your research first before you call in.
Been waiting on. Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. Yo, what up, people? Welcome back to another edition of Mike on Sports. I'm your host. I go by the name of Mike Gross, man. Big ups to that 501 and that 317. Y'all know how I get down, baby. Little Rock, Indianapolis. I'm back. And we here. We in the building, man. Jake Paul gets it done again. When are we going to start giving this man his credit? When am I going to start giving Jake Paul his credit? Man, he is definitely doing his thing. He came through another one. Tough opponent, Tyron Woodley. Jake Paul. I mean, you could tell that Jake Paul, compared to other boxers, is still a novice. He's still kind of a novice when it comes when you're comparing Jake to other boxers. Don't forget to do what the YouTube video tell you guys to do. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Like, comment, share the video. If you're watching me on Twitter, give me a follow on Twitter. If you're watching me on Twitch, give me a follow on my Twitch page also. Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley, very, very intriguing fight. Compared to other boxers, man, Jake Paul and Tyron, they're simply not on the level. They're not on the level of a Tyron or Jake. But it's like for the level that they are on, it made for an entertaining fight. Tyron Woodley landed several big shots on Jake Paul. Jake Paul landed some big shots on Tyron Woodley. I do agree, J-Mac. I do agree. They robbed Tyron Woodley of a knockdown. I absolutely agree. Tyron was robbed of a knockdown. He definitely should have got him knocked down. I definitely agree. There's nothing that tells me, yeah, you're right, Fresh BX. You right, Fresh BX. I was backing Tyron Woodley, and he is begging for a rematch. I mean, I don't know if there's a current MMA fighter that has the striking that can beat Jake Paul. I mean, like, think about it, man. Like, what MMA fighter besides Max Holloway, who is too small? What guy at 170, 185 around that weight can really give Jake Paul some problems? Israel Adesanya? Does Jake Paul want to fight Israel Adesanya? Does Jake want to fight Israel? I don't know if he want to fight Israel now. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think like who is going to give Jake Paul a tough fight? McGregor? Yeah, McGregor might fuck him up. McGregor done been in there with Floyd Mayweather. But Conor's still wild though, man. Conor wild with his punches, man. He can't be punching like that with Jake, man. I don't know, bro. Like I don't know if there's an MMA fighter out there that can really give Jake a run for his money. Right now we got Tommy Fury coming to the podium. Let's listen to Tommy Fury. Tommy Fury, Jake Paul might be a possibility.
Wasn't the best performance I've ever produced. I'll note that. But you know, it is what it is. Boxing's the hardest game in the world, and if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. I'm limited in experience. Only had 10 amateur fights. This was my 7th professional fight tonight. I'm not the type of young fighter who's an active fighter. I keep having fights and breaks, which can't happen anymore. But listen,
yeah, just word to the wise. Tommy Fury can't fuck with Jake Paul. Tommy Fury can't fuck with Jake Paul.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Listen, boxing's a funny game, and that was the first opponent I'd ever faced who was as short as that. But you know, there's no excuses. It's just another style that I've learnt now. I've been in there with, so I'm going to add it to my arsenal. And that's it, to be fair. But you know, it is what it is, isn't it? It wasn't the best performance for myself, but I don't make any excuses. I got the win, and that's what I came here for. So I'm happy.
Yeah, Tommy ain't fucking.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big believer in everything happens for a reason, and you know, it's still a win on the record. We're 7-0 now, and we just keep pushing. We just keep pushing along, and that's what this game's about. Just taking it slow and steady, and that's how you win the race. I feel like, you know, the more fights I have, the better I'll get. The more rounds underneath my belt, the better I'll get. So, you know, it's all plus points to take from this. You know, as I say, straight back in the gym, straight back in learning. But the thing I need most is fights, and that's what I intend to do, you know, over this next year or so. Going into the new year, I really want to be active. I don't care who's in the opposite corner as long as I'm in there on fight night, you know, underneath the lights, in front of the crowd. I just want to add the crowd was absolutely amazing tonight. Thank you to everyone in Cleveland who showed up and supported. And a big shout out to everyone in the UK that stayed up late and tuned in to watch me fight. Really appreciate it, guys. I wouldn't be here without you. I didn't think anything, to be fair. The man can say what he wants about my performance, but he went 8 rounds with a guy who just walked forward like a plank of wood and like didn't throw a shot. And every time Tyrone did throw a shot, he nearly knocked him out. Can't remember what round it was. He hit him with a straight right, number 4, nearly knocked Jake Paul out. Didn't know what day it was. But, you know, Jake Paul's one of them. You'd be surprised if you see him in the ring again, because I don't think Jake Paul's got a lot of balls. It's obvious. You know, he got asked about me in the post-fight interview. I didn't have nothing to say. He confronted me in the hallway there. Had his all about 15, 20 team of him jump all over us. He was there. We was ready to fight there and then. He's big in front of cameras, but small by himself. And Jake Paul realised tonight how hard sport boxing is. And he got clipped with a little shot. So imagine if he got hit and dropped. I don't know if you'll see Jake Paul back in the ring again. Well, it just transpired about 10 minutes ago. I was doing an interview down there, and his whole team landed. Jake Paul squaring up to me, but then he seen me at ringside. I was leaning over the ropes, waiting to get in there. Here was Logan. No, not right now. They ain't fighters. I've said this from word 1. If you want this fight, I'm here, and I'm ready to go. There's no running, there's no playing. And it's fine if you don't want the fight. Just say it. You know, you can put everyone's mind to rest then. Stop bullshitting all the time. And just say it how it is. You either want the fight or not. I want the fight. And if you don't, just say it and we can move on. I can go my way. You go your way. But stop using my name. I would say pretty close. I mean, I've not watched it back, but I was ready to throw hands there and then. You know, this man's all in front of the cameras, but he doesn't understand that me and my team will go now. We don't care about how many years are you. We'll get stuck in. So he can count his blessings in the hallway, really. Hey? 40 of his security team broke it up because the man can't fight. He can't fight at all. Imagine him on a street fight, please. It won't last 2 seconds. If he had no security team there with him, he wouldn't even be able to walk straight past me.
Give me a second.
it's not a case of what I have to do to get the fight. You know, I'm not begging and pleading for the fight. I'm hit. I didn't ask to be on this undercard. They put me on the undercard, and they've obviously not done it for the good of my health. They've put me on this undercard for a reason. I was very.
Give me a second, y'all. I know it's going to sound kind of wild, but give me a second. I know. Tommy Fury is now talking about Jake Paul, and he's talking about how he didn't ask to be on the undercard. They put him on the undercard, and he's ready and willing to fight Jake Paul at any moment, any second, whenever he wanted. He said Jake Paul can get it. So there we go. All right. Give me a second. Are we good? All right, come on. Put the screenshot like that. I ain't say that shit. That's why. Dumbass, Mike. Oh, man. This is live YouTube. So sometimes you get this bullshit that happens. Well, you can't control it. You just got to wait on it. But, you know what I'm saying? 30, 45 seconds. Ain't that too much? Ain't too bad. Bam. Load it up. Come on, load it up. You good? Come on. There we go.
My performance was honestly dog shit. Now I'm a realist. You know, I don't beat around the bush. I say it how it is, and I always will say it how it is. Win, lose, or draw, you will always see an honest, answer from myself. I didn't rate my performance tonight at all, and that's just period. But this is the sport of boxing. We have good days and bad days. I got the win, and that's all that matters in a fight. You come out with a W, and we're 7-0 now, and we're just going to keep on pushing forward. Like I said before, slowly but surely, we're going to get the right fights at the right time, and just enjoy it, because my career ambitions are a lot different, to Jake Paul's. That's why you can't relate us in the same sentence, because I've got ambitions of, being a world champion and being remembered, doing this as my whole life. Jake Paul's in this to make a few quid and a bit more fame and another bit to add to his content creation or whatever he wants to do. I'm a fighting man, and that's the difference between me and him.
Nigga say you're a fighting man. Nigga said you're a fighting man. Okay.
I think tonight we all saw Jake Paul clearly didn't know how hard boxing was. He took one good right hand in the ear, stumbled back, went through the ropes, and he thought, oh, God, it's a bit of an hard game, this, isn't it? I'll stick to the YouTubing business. I think that's what you're seeing tonight. He took one good shot in a boxing ring, and he crumbled. And if Tyron would have pressed on a little bit more through them rounds, Jake Paul would have been out of there. Now, this is probably why you won't see me and him next, because if he did that with me in there, I'd swarmed all over him, hands up round me here, straight to him, take everything that he's got on the arms and gloves, and I'd wear him down and smash him to pieces. Mm-hmm. But that's why you won't see me and Jake Paul. Not through me, through him. Many things. No excuses for me. That was the best camp I've ever had in my entire life. There's no excuses there. It's just a simple fact of experience, not enough fights, not enough, amateur pedigree. I'm learning on the road here. And I think for a 22-year-old kid to come up halfway across the world without, his trainer and my dad left at home, 10 amateur fights, 7 professional fights, I don't think I'm doing too bad. And obviously that was a huge crowd. I enjoyed every single minute of it. But I think for the stage where I'm at in my career, I'm more than happy, because I'm not an Olympic gold medalist. I'm not a multi-nations champion. I'm just a normal kid with a few fights on a big stage trying to do my best. And it is what it is. We got the win tonight. We'll go back, and then we'll assess and we'll go forward again. That's just how this game works. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You say 22 years old. You say 22 years old. That's crazy. I thought he was a little bit older than that. Do you think Jake Paul? Yeah. I think Jake Paul won fairly. Zika baby 99. I think he won fairly. I do. I don't think it's no controversy around it. I think Jake Paul got the right win. I think honestly, Tyron Woodley wasn't busy enough. It's simple and plain. Tyron Woodley was not busy enough. Simple. It was just simply not busy enough. if he would have done more shit, being more active, but he wasn't busy enough. He wasn't. He was gun shy. He was hesitant, and he wasn't aggressive enough to get the nod, especially when you're fighting a man in his hometown. Yeah. They ain't give him a knockdown, though. It should have been a knockdown. I thought it was a knockdown. I thought if the ropes, according to the rules of boxing, for all of y'all people who watching and may not know the rules of boxing, according to the rules of boxing, if the ropes keep you up from falling backwards or falling down, the fight should be that punch that landed and knocked you back should be considered a knockdown punch. Those are the Queensberry rules. Those are the Queensberry rules. So it is what it is. Smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Get them likes up, man. Like and subscribe to the channel. Somebody who sent me something today. Let me see. Who sent me something? Who sent me something? Big up to my guy, Rogman Ingram. Big up to my guy on the Cashapp. Appreciate it, Rogman. I don't know what time you sent it. Are you sent it about an hour ago? My bad, bro. I ain't even see it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you some love right now, man. Put it on the screen. Big ups to my guy Rogman Ingram, man. He sent me a cash app. You know what I'm saying? We did 4 hours. We did 4 hours on the live fight chat. Now I'm back giving y'all another hour and a half of immediate reaction. If you want to call in and give me your immediate reaction to what happened, 317-220-6995. I'm gonna add the Skype to the thing right now. Let me get that Skype out there right quick. If you are international and you want to add me on Skype, you can add me on Skype too. Let me find the Skype right quick. Okay. Yeah, call in 317-220-6995, or if you are international, add me on Skype, and there go my Skype right there. Chat that out. There we go right there. Let me go to my YouTube page. All right, we got going out to 916. 916, talk to your boy. What's going on, man?
How's it going, man? It's Ray Sean, man. I don't know, man. That was close. That was real close.
I mean, I honestly, bro, I don't think Tyron Woodley was busy enough to get to get the nod. I thought Jake landed some combination punches, and like Tyron was only throwing one shot. He wasn't throwing a 1 or 2 or 3. He was throwing a big one. And he rarely ever used a jab. And he rarely ever used that left hook. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what's crazy?
Go ahead, talk to me.
Everything you just said, right? When he did it, it looked nice, bro. He cracked him with the left hook when he threw it.
He caught it with a left hook. Hey, I swear to God, go back and watch the live fight chat. As soon as I said, I was like, damn, bro, throw a left hook. He threw one, landed it. I'm about within like 3 or 4 seconds of each other. I said, damn, bro, why you ain't been doing that shit?
You know, it pissed me off. It was like watching my son play Fight Night, and he ain't that good at it, and he had the best player in the game. Because it was a lot of moments like that where it's like, bro, let your hands go. He's right there in front of you.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I just feel like, yeah, Jake got a gift, but he didn't get a gift like that. He got a gift from Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley didn't do what he was supposed to do.
And Jake And Jake, I mean, you got to give him credit. He picked Tyron. He knew a guy that muscular, a guy who had fatigue issues in the UFC, a guy who's not known for being that active when he do let his hands go. Even in the UFC, Dana White used to say Tyron Woodley not doing anything. And I mean, Jake, maybe Jake knew something like guy that big, maybe have a issue throwing a lot of punches, and we kept on seeing Tyron shake his arms out, and we all know what that means, especially if you watch boxing. The arms getting tired, they getting weary.
It was just annoying though because Jake. There was a lot of moments where he made Jake look real sloppy. He didn't take advantage of it. He should have took advantage. Like I mean, maybe, and that's the thing that people have to understand. He needs to understand. I should say, why you want a rematch. You have to convince the fans why we should want to pay for that again.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's a lot, you know, a lot of people. I know you've been seeing it too. A lot of people was really upset. Like people want to see a knockout.
Wasn't nobody screaming for no rematch in that crowd.
Wasn't
nobody.
It's just crazy. That was a good fight though. It was entertaining. But what happened basically is he allowed Jake to basically outbox him. Like he really let Jake just take the fight without really needing to try. When Jake looked like he was tired after the fourth round.
Yeah. And man,
but like as I was watching,
real quick.
I was getting annoyed.
Real quick, salute to that nigga Montana, man. Too Pretty Love, man. That nigga right there got the knockout of the night. He put Alvin Branch on his ass. But I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But yeah, well, the other thing is I've noticed what I've been doing a lot lately is I watch these fights on mute because Showtime commentary is really like they really want you to see what they see instead of allowing you to watch it for yourself. Because you know, they like I'm watching it and I was kind of thinking like
I ain't watched the fight, but the commentary on no, because I'm normally doing like a live fight chat for it. So if I'm watching it with commentary on, I'm normally not doing a live fight chat. So man, them they so bad with the copy box, they so bad with the biasness. I just can't do it no more.
All that stuff. I got really mad the last ring there. I ain't gonna bring that up, but that was just on another subject. Like that biasness there. Yeah. But it's like for this fight though, we'll go back to this one. Like they're over here telling us. I was confused. I didn't know who was winning those rounds. Then they announced it around the fifth round that basically Jake won all the first 3 rounds, and it was like Jake won the first 3 rounds doing what? Nobody really did anything the first 3 rounds.
I thought it was 2. I thought Tyron won the first round and Jake won the next 2. Then I thought round 4 and 5, Tyron started to, you know what I'm saying, win those rounds. And I thought around 6, Tyron started. In round 6, Tyron let off the whole round. Like he didn't build off round 4 and 5. He just literally probably threw 2 punches, 3 punches in round 6. And there was
and you see. It was the mindset that he had, to be honest with you, because I feel like, I don't know how UFC works exactly, but in the UFC world, you can probably win, doing bare minimum around like that or something like that. I'm not sure. I don't really watch UFC.
UFC is more ways to win.
Exactly. So you're not, not understanding that you got to let your hands go. Go ahead. But, like I was saying, and he just kind of sat there and let him take the fight. It really came to the point where, like you said, the 6th round, that's when it became a boxing match, and who was the natural boxer really just showed, because Woodley thought he was obviously not losing, but it's like, bro, you're letting him touch you in the belly, you letting him land a little pitter-patters there. It don't matter if it hurts you, it don't matter if it looked like you blocking it. It looked like scoring shots to the judges, and they're just going to naturally give it to him off the activity. And that's what I feel like started to happen towards the end, pretty much. He just gave the fight away. It was kind of annoying. And then there was a point where he landed a big shot at the end of every round. Like the last 10 seconds is like, okay, let me go. Yeah, I don't know where that mindset came from. And I know he's going to watch that fight himself and be upset at himself because he didn't take advantage of a lot of those moments.
Yeah, he was conserving that gas tank. But sometimes, man, you gotta say fuck the gas tank, man, and see where you look like in round 8. Goddamn, you want to roll the dice. Especially in round 8.
I thought that was really what was going to happen. I told myself, all right, he should just unload now. It's the last round, especially at the last minute. Last minute, I'm like, okay, just let it out. Whatever you got left, you need to let it out. Otherwise, you're going to lose to this YouTuber that you're talking mess about. And he acted like he didn't want to let it up. He had it in the back of his head. He didn't want to get knocked out still. That's what everybody – that's what both of them had in the back of their head.
Yeah.
None of them was trying to get caught with each other's Sunday punch and be the mean on World Star in the morning, you know?
Yeah, man. You got to – and Jake Paul, I mean, first like legitimate opponent, you know what I'm saying? Former UFC champion. A guy who has some knockout victories on his resume, even though he doesn't have boxing on his resume. I think Jake Paul done found a lane for himself, fighting.
What did you think about?
Go ahead.
What did you think about Tommy Fury and his fight?
Yeah, I think Jake Paul done found a lane for himself by fighting these.
I don't know, man.
And UFC fighters.
Yeah. But I feel like something also happened to him tonight. Did you hear his interview at the end? It sounded like he was, reconsidering his hobbies.
I mean,
as far as what he was to be.
I ain't hear the full thing. What did he say?
He basically indicated that he wanted to take some time off to find out who he is. That's what he said.
Okay.
And when you start saying stuff like that, it makes me think you got hit and you realize something when you got hit. Like, what the fuck am I doing here right now?
Yeah.
He probably had a moment like that. And there was a point where, when Tyron hurt him, he looked like he was grabbing, reaching for dear life at that point. He really did hit him one good time.
I think he honestly want to enjoy some of this pay-per-view money. He probably pulled in close to like what, 8-9 figures maybe. No, not 9 figures. 8 figures, you know what I'm saying?
So I want to ask you though, with that fight playing out that way, do you think his next fight's still going to be pay-per-view again? You think they're going to keep allowing this to keep playing out that way? Because a lot of people are a little bit upset that he didn't knock him out.
He's a pay-per-view fighter. Until you show me different, until the pay-per-view buys are telling you that he's not selling. But think about it.
Okay.
Every platform that Jake Paul has ever fought on, from the Zone to Triller to now Showtime, has been even fucking YouTube when he fought Deji. That shit was a pay for YouTube, like $10. You know what I'm saying? And Triller was whatever, like $49. And the Zone is $20 a month. Jake Paul ain't never fought on no free platform. He's never fought on free. Like, he's always been on a paid wall. If you want to see him in the ring, whether it be YouTube, whether it be Triller, whether it be The Zone, whether it be Showtime, you are going to pay for it.
Yeah. So what you think next? Do you think they're going to take the Tommy Fury fight?
I mean, that's the safest thing for him. It would just be
like Woodley wants his rematch. That's what he ran up on him and said at the end. If you didn't see that part too, yeah, Woodley wants his rematch.
I seen that shit. Nobody wants to see a part.
And it's like, man, it's just, I don't know, man. It's interesting though. That was a good, scrap at the end of it all. It was worth it, I guess.
I guess, big dog.
You have a good night though, man. I'm gonna let you go ahead and get the other callers, man. It was a good fight, man. Jake Paul did it. He pulled it out at the end, but Tyron kind of let him, as you asked me.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my opinion.
All right, now
man.
What's your name again?
Ray, bro. Ray Sean from Sacramento.
Ray Sean from Sacramento, man. Got you locked in, Ray Sean. Happy doc.
All right, man.
Shout out to my guy out in Sacktown, man. Sorry about them teams, man. Them niggas ain't being good since I don't know how long. Yeah, man, Ray Sean is right, bro. Like, I mean, honestly, Tyron Woodley didn't have his feet firmly on the gas enough. If Tyron Woodley would just simply push the page, I agree that was a great call. That guy seemed very informative on what he was talking about. So I did enjoy Ray Sean's call. But yeah, man, he's right though, man. He's right. He wasn't pushing the pace enough to even get these rounds scored in his favors. He got outboxed. He got outboxed by a guy who was smarter, who knew that me throwing combinations and me landing shit and me moving and me making a miss and me throwing a jab out, these are scoring me points. These are winning the round for me. These are doing, like, he understood that. Jake understood that. Tyron Woodley didn't understand that. He didn't understand that he was always loading up. Big shots, and they was all one at a time. Jake Paul never had to worry about a combination, a block here, a block there, a block there. Never had to worry about that. He had to block here and move out, block here and move out, block here and move out. Tyron Woodley just simply was not active enough, man. He just simply wasn't active enough. And I'm just being like, no disrespect to him. I'm just being no disrespect to him. Sometimes you got to do more. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do more. Mm-hmm. J-Rock. No, man, hell no. Damian Lillard wants to see Andre Ward fight Jake Paul. Whoa. That's a good video right there. Damian Lillard wants to see Jake Paul. Yeah. And Tyron Woodley was like, okay. We still waiting for the post-fight press conference. We still waiting. 317-220-6995. Number to call in if you want to call in. Oh, okay. Tommy Fury ran down on that nigga, huh? He said, hold on, little nigga. What you think about it? I don't know if Tyron gonna be doing a post-fight interview. Right now we're just waiting. Man. Jake Paul, know these guys are rock stars. They gonna take all day. If they take too long, then at 1 o'clock. We have to get on down. All right, this is Tommy Fury and Jake Paul behind backstage. This what happened to them guys backstage. Damn. This is what Tommy Fury was referring to when he was talking about Jake Paul and him had a little run-in backstage about 30 minutes ago. Let me get y'all the video right quick. Here we go, right there.
Take the full fight. You just spent 4 rounds with him. What the fuck are you talking about? Come on. Tommy, step up, do the job, but we
got Tyron Woodley at the podium right now.
Take more than that. So I felt like I had him. One time I almost knocked him through the rope. I really wasn't fucking with that rope. It was like we came in this morning to do a test run. It's like you're not 7'7", shit, you can be held up by it. So I hit him, and he kind of bent into the rope. So I was gonna try to knock him through that motherfucker. Nah, look at my face. Do it look like I felt somebody power? No, I got hit with a shot, but this is boxing. I'm supposed to not get hit. I have one cut on my face. I look just as pretty as I did going in, coming out. I never touched the canvas. He was the only one that was close to touching the canvas. Like I said before, I believe the rope actually held him up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I won. To be honest, I was surprised it was a split decision. I thought it was close. I thought he had won some rounds. I thought earlier the rounds was close, and you know, if I can go back, I'll kick myself because I could have made it a little bit more convincing. But I was just trying to fill him out, and I was trying to take my time. And you know, I knew he was going to throw a lot of jabs. And I was just going to see how he was going to react to feints and pressure. And no, I wasn't surprised when they said a split. I knew it was kind of close, but I thought it was going to be me. So I was kind of more my demeanor and my emotions was because I wanted to knock him out. And I had a couple big shots I landed, a couple of opportunities, and I think I had him. I had him hurt. I had him tired a couple times, and I didn't press him a little bit. I should have pressed him a little bit more, but I was just, you know, well, last fight I had a guy on the ropes and I fucking went ape shit on him. I was going crazy and I got snuck with a punch, so I was just trying to be a little bit more smart. I had the biggest moment in the fight for sure, but I told you guys a long time ago. I said don't get this shit fucked up. Everybody like, oh, this YouTuber version. No, I told you it's gonna look like a fight. I said it from the very beginning. I never played it like it wasn't a fight. You can see the way I was training, the way I was built, my conditioning. I knew it was gonna be a fight, but I was gonna be patient. I was expecting myself to get the knockout. So I definitely had the biggest moment. I feel like that's when the momentum shifted in that round. I feel like I had the bigger punches.
Give me 30 seconds, y'all. Dun, dun, dun. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds.
If I would have allowed him to get into my mind, to get into my head, it could have been a similar circumstances as previous opponent. So he was tough. He was fatigued in the fight, and he found a way to push through, and he came through strong. So I can't never knock him for that, but we got to run that back. Yeah, I mean, I said, shit, fuck it, let's do it. I mean, you only live once, man. It's a movie, This whole time I felt like this was a real ass movie, and I'm like, dude, the promo, the fucking all the PR behind it, all the stuff, the training, the antics, everything that went with it. I've never been a part of nothing like this again. To even do another fight that's not on this magnitude was kind of feel weird.
Yeah, he got a taste of that boxing, nigga. He got a taste of that boxing.
All the fucking man that came in there and meant business. Nah. I had to take a shower. My damn shoulders were sore from knocking his head around. Yes. They didn't. That was a separate situation. I just don't fuck around when it comes down to my mom. And I appreciate you. I saw you in the mix a little bit. Right is right. And that's why I just told Jay Leon Love. I said, I don't really care. You can do whatever you want to. You can say whatever you want to. You could have took my hat because you can see. I said, this don't look like a fight. I just thought I was going to be able to knock him out. And I could have had, if I would have pressured him a little bit more, I think that I would have brought that moment up. But I know he's athletic. I know he has a screw loose. His elevator and go all the way to the top floor. And in combat sports, can be the fucking toughest dude sometimes. I knew 1 or 2 shots wasn't going to hurt him to the point where he was just going to quit. I did hit him in the body a couple of times that he didn't like. I wish I would have kept putting money in the bank there. But at the end of the day, I knew he was tough. I knew he was training hard. Like, this is like, if he beat me, he can give his all. Like, imagine if you got a chance to go one-on-one. You don't give a fuck. You're going to go crazy. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I'm Michael Jordan because I know y'all going to spin that, take that one little line and make a whole headline out of it. But what I'm saying is that he was facing somebody who had championship belts in the toughest division in the world at the time. And he put everything into it. You know, he ain't got no kids, he ain't got no day job. You know, this all he had to do. So I expected him to come prepared and expect him to come ready. Next time, I'm going to be even more prepared. He's going to be even more prepared. The fight's going to be even better. No, because I was already expecting. You know, I was already expecting them. He threw a couple combinations, but you know, you gotta expect somebody that only had 4 fights to evolve. I didn't even look at. He don't have that many fights, to be honest, and I didn't even waste time looking back at his fights, looking at his fucking sparring, because he's smart. He's putting out all the flash shooting money guns and fucking hitting the folks. He's not putting real shit on the internet because he's in its infant stages of boxing. And for somebody that's, you know, got good size, good punch, good IQ, good chin, and just fucking, like I said, you know, he just don't give a fuck sometimes. I think, you know, you got to be prepared for that. For me, I feel like nothing really impressed me. And that's not to say that he wasn't impressive. I just expected a lot. No, he already said it now. He making all these dumbass bets, man. I keep forgetting I'm fighting a child, man. I'm like, I got a kid that's 18 that's about to go play D1 football. And I'm sitting there dealing with somebody that's not too much older than him. And he making all these bets. And I'm just trying to be professional, trying not to laugh. So, yeah, I think his pride's important to him. And I think part of him taking this fight was that. So him fighting me again or committing to fighting me and not going through with it, I don't think he's going to do that. That's what I thought. No, there is going to be a part 2, and you know, I do regret it was certain moments when I clipped him one time and when I saw him huffing and puffing and his hands was on. I'm not gonna say the shots because I think those shots are gonna come back the next time around, but I saw a couple of shots that I know I could have landed, and I think I was just like, man, just don't it's there, don't rush it, because body language says a lot. Anytime you open up and show a big shot, like when he landed his right hand, it's because he didn't show it. When he showed it, he missed it, and I blocked it or anything like that. So I was just trying to get my body language not to show that I saw the opening. Cool. Shit, I don't know. I need to see some paperwork on this rematch shit because I think that's a game plan. I mean, to be honest, Nikisa gave me his word. He hasn't did me wrong since. So I kind of got to roll with him on that. He's honored everything he said to me since the beginning with this whole promotion thing. So, shit, I ain't finna get in no work where I gotta fucking look at that bitch. I don't know, probably my thigh or some shit. Which I thought I was gonna get on my face. Good fuck. Yeah, I already know. And he was baiting me too. He was trying to get me canceled, wasn't he? He was trying to get me the baby, but I didn't take the bait. I just fucking kept saying to myself, I'm glad I wear sunglasses. Normally when you guys see me fight week, I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm sucked down. I'm drained in my eyes. The light makes my eyes really hard to see, and I'm annoyed. And y'all ask me the same dumbass questions that everybody. You just heard fucking Josh ask me, why you ask me how I feel? I feel like shit. I'm cutting 35 pounds. What you think I feel like? So this time it was just because I wanted to just block it out. You know, I knew he was going to have these scripts and monologues and this whole fucking spiel. But then he started saying, I ain't going to get into it. But that shit was funny. Man, they killed that shit. I can't say it's comparative. Like the only thing I can say is this was a complete movie. And I enjoyed it. It was a lot. It was a lot of PRs, a lot of cameras. But one thing they were always mindful of is we're still fighting. We still got to train. They was mindful of rest. It was mindful of scheduling. And that was something that I will go ahead and say that, you know, sometimes the UFC got so many fights. They got 4 or 5 fights a month. They don't give a fuck. They putting their camera on you. They don't care if you cutting weight, if you fucking looking ashy or, you know, dying in the sauna. They want their camera time. And I do got to shout out, you know, all the 24/7, all the Showtime crew. It was like 4 or 5 different crews that was pressing. And I remember Showtime when I was a young whippersnapper coming up, but I feel like they've evolved to a whole nother level. Got to shout out Alicia. She's a GOAT. She was cold, and she just the way they communicated, Chris, he's somewhere around here, Espinosa, everybody, yeah, because I'm not the easiest person to deal with. Sometimes I get cranky, sometimes I get annoying, but they were very professional, and I'm blessed to have fought for Showtime again. I would miss it a lot, and I felt like I was treated with respect, and I look forward to doing it again. They told me they thought I won. They said it was a close fight, but I think you won. You landed the power shots. Motherfucker, won. Let these niggas know you won. Don't be sitting around. I was kind of sad because I wanted to knock him out because he was talking all that shit. And I was like, I know I could have knocked him out. And I knew if I rushed, look what happened to Nate Robinson when he rushed. Look what happened when Ben didn't have his hands up. And I didn't even see the other fights. But, he pried on people like rushing in and letting their emotions get to him. And I think I need to find a happy medium. So I was more bummed about that, but I still thought I won the fight, So they, of course, my coaches are world class. They all three of them in their own right. And they all three, say, hey, we're going to go back and look at the film. We're going to figure out what we need to do. We're going to keep growing. You were in shape. We know what we could have did better. I felt like you won the fight. And, they're not going to tell me they thought I lost the fight if I lost. They're not going to tell me if they thought I won the fight, if they didn't think I won the fight. So I feel good about it. I feel good about my performance. I feel good that any motherfucker that thought I was old and thought I was washed up and thought I wasn't going to back up and just defend, motherfuckers know now that.
We're going to replay the main event, the Ranchik Love fight next Saturday on Showtime. Starts at 10 p.m. September 4th. Ranchik and Love, followed by the main event, two of the most exciting fights of the night. I think you guys got the attendance number, 16,000 to sell out at the building tonight. 16,000.
All right, so we got that. Okay. Let me get on that. So my Jake Paul shit done been uploaded. But all right, man. We waiting on Jake Paul and them to come to the front, and then that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Mm-hmm. So we were just waiting right now. Conor McGregor, man, Conor McGregor is a fool. Mm-hmm. Tyron Woodley, Jake Paul. I mean, what y'all think? What y'all think? Y'all want to see? Y'all want to see Jake Paul? And here we go.
Can we get some energy here? This is history right now. Barley House. I'm always very hard on myself. I think a true champion is very hard on themselves. You know, I got the W and I'm happy, but you know, I'm a perfectionist. I'm a knockout artist, and because I didn't
Yeah,
get the
knockout
I'm
artist.
just like, damn. But it is what it is. He's one of the greatest welterweights of all time, 5-time UFC champion, and he came game. You know, he knew that this was going to be a war, and he brought that to the table. So I'm very happy. Like I said, he's been fighting 7 times as long as I have. So for me to
Now
come
you
in
worry
there and
about
have a
excuses.
dominant victory, let's be honest, that wasn't a split decision. What is the judge looking at? You know, I landed 71 punches. He landed 52. So, you know, I learned a lot tonight. First time going past 4 minutes. First time in an 8-round fight. No one's doing 8-round fights at 4 fights in.
True. That's a true statement. That's a true statement. That is a true statement. Nobody,
Look,
nobody doing eight round fights. Yo, 4 fight in. I mean, he's speaking facts now. I mean, he's speaking big fact when he said that shit. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm trying to upload this Jake Paul picture of the press conference. I paused this shit so we ain't missing nothing. We ain't missing not a thing. Not a thing. Not a thing. You know what I'm saying? All right, 3, 2, 1. We back. Here we go. Out of that. And back to it.
You know, my sparring partner, all credit to Anthony Taylor. He's a tough guy. But, you know, Tommy Fury is supposed to be this tough, big, bad guy, legendary bloodline. You know, I got into his face and I let him talk. I don't really have anything to say to him, you know. At the end of the day, I hired him to be here. I gave him an opportunity to shine. And I don't really have anything to say to him. I don't really have any bad blood. I just said, yo, like, tell your girl, get out of my DMs. At the end of the day, will we see that fight? I would run that shit easy. You know, that's an easier fight than Tyron, in my opinion, but who knows? But sorry, but like people are like, oh, he's a real boxer, real boxer. Okay, maybe let's run it. Okay, real boxer.
The real boxer went 4 rounds. Right? The real boxer went 4 rounds against someone who is superior. Jake did tonight. Tommy Fury did not. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. Maybe the numbers will come back from Britain. Pay-per-view will be big. Jake will have interest in it. But until then, it just doesn't make any sense.
If he sold a lot of pay-per-views in the UK and we're impressed with the numbers, sure. But I put him on this platform, so we'll see what happens. Not right now, man. Shit, I'm just getting warmed up, you know? I'm a boxer at the end of the day. I haven't trained MMA at all. You know, I'm only 4 fights in. Let me prove myself in this sport first. Yeah, look, I mean, no, like you said, no one's doing, as saying this as humbly as possible, no one's doing this big of fights, 4 fights in boxing history ever. No one watched Floyd's 4th fight. Canelo fought a guy who was 0-0 in his 10th fight. I'm taking on world champions, 5-time UFC champion in my 4th fight, selling out arenas in my hometown. You know, if Tyron Woodley gets the tattoo, he better get it fast, because otherwise we're going to book a different opponent. I told him if he wants to get the tattoo, put it on his Instagram.
Permanent tattoo.
Permanent tattoo. Then maybe we'll talk about it. But to be honest, I won convincingly. You know, we're going to go back to the drawing board. But I think I proved a lot tonight and proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah, look, this is boxing, you know. I hadn't been hit up until that point in any of my fights with 10-ounce gloves. So that's the first time I take a shot with 10-ounce gloves. I repeat, that is the first time I took a real shot with 10-ounce gloves in 4 fights. I ate it. It was a good shot. This is boxing. If you're a mechanic, you're going to get dirty. But I proved I have a chin, you know. Boom, get hit, come right back. Okay, cool. You got that round with that shot? No problem. I learned from it. I made adjustments, and he didn't land it again for the next 3 rounds. So it is what it is, you know. I like that I got hit. I licked my gloves after that shit. Let's go. You know, look, like I said, I'm very hard on myself. I fought a good fight. I won convincingly. I was landing to the body a lot. Coming into it, something in my legs was a little off even before the fight started. So most of my other fights, I felt amazing, like a rocket ship about to go off. This fight, I was just like a little slow. I think maybe we had too long of a camp. I think I've been doing this back to back to back to back to back, 4 fights, 18 months. Most pros aren't even that active. So, you know, I could have done better always. There's always room for improvement in this sport, no matter who you are. And I want to be a champion, world champion. So I got to go back, watch the footage, study, get better. In sparring, we don't sit down, you know. So in the fight, why sit down? And I wasn't that tired, you know. Like I said, my legs didn't feel as powerful, but I mean, I wasn't tired. I could have went 2, 3 more rounds, 4 more rounds, whatever. It is what it is. For sure, dude. For sure. This is better preparation for future fights against tougher opponents. And I've been looking for this experience to get it under my belt. I'm salty because I had a perfect record going. You know, if you count my amateur, that was 4-0 with 4 KOs. Now I'm 5-0 with 4 KOs. So I had a perfect record going, and you know, couldn't live up to that tonight. But he came game. You know, this was a Tyron Woodley that I think was more prepared than any of his last UFC fights. The shots he was taking, I was hitting him, you know, and he was going through that, and I hit hard. But you know, I am happy that I got some experience under my belt, and I've always said that. You know, when am I going to get a fighter to really test me? I passed the test. Yeah, we'll see. You know, part of me wants to put him behind me. I won convincingly. Like I said, the split decision with the judges, to be honest, like, doesn't make any sense. I landed 71 punches. He landed 52. It's not even close. You know, we'll see. If he gets a tattoo fast, puts it on his Instagram, I might consider it. You know, I would come in, make adjustments with my legs feeling better than they did tonight. And I do think I could do a lot better. I wasn't even landing some of my best punches. Some nights you're on, some nights you're off. This is a peak performance sport. You do everything in camp for one moment. Some days in camp I felt way better than tonight. But some nights when you come in for that peak moment, you're just not everything's there. And it is what it is. I'm not making any excuses. I still won. I still did good, but I know I can do better. Damn, really? Man, that's crazy. I'm like getting teary-eyed. That's sick. Man, like I said, I was in those stands 12 years ago screaming, LeBron, trying to get him to notice me. So for him to even tweet about this, that's crazy. Like, I'm being really hard on myself, but man, I've accomplished so much in the past 4 fights. No one's doing this, you know?
No one's ever done what he's doing in 4 fights. That's unequivocal.
Try not to cry. But for him to even tweet that, it's crazy. I don't consider myself anything. I consider myself a chach. Nah, maybe. I think I'm one of the faces of boxing just because I'm doing it differently. There's room for everyone to eat, though. I don't want to take everything. I don't want to. This is a sport where there's hundreds of amazing fighters, and all I want to do is bring more eyeballs from a different audience. Everyone here saw the crowd tonight. This wasn't your typical boxing audience. This was kids that were rowdy, lit, holding up signs saying, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is a completely different audience, and that's what I want to bring to boxing. So I'm going to bring that over. They'll become fans of boxing and love all the other fighters. But I'm certainly, one of the top 3 biggest draws for sure. Top 3, top 5. I don't know. Like, let's look at the numbers. He earned my respect. He was game, you know. He was bringing the fight. And at the end of the day, you know, it's 2 men going in there risking their lives. So after all the shit talk is done, you know, I'm cool with showing respect. But this is a crazy business. Like I said, we're risking our lives in there, and so you earn my respect. I'm gonna touch his glove after. I even told him after. I said, good fight. And I said, look, bro, a lot of tension, a lot of build up, a lot of back and forth between our teams. But I respect you, and no hard feelings. Seriously. I don't even know, man. I think I'm going to start with the haircut and the dentist. My teeth are crooked. My nose is crooked from this sport. I've given everything to this sport. I haven't gone on vacation in 3 years. There's a lot for me to do right now. We'll see. You know, I have a beautiful girlfriend who needs some attention. I have a lot of things to figure out. Nikisa and I, we're gonna go back to the drawing board and figure it out. This is my bread and butter right now, though. So we'll see. You know, right now I'm a little tired. That was my first 8-round fight. So I might wake up tomorrow morning and be like, let's fucking go. Sign the next contract. Or I might wake up and be like, damn, I need to go to Turks and Caicos. Never. You know, I knew I would be doing great things in this sport, and I knew how bad I wanted this. I just didn't think it would happen this fast. I mean, look at how many fucking cameras. Like, who are these guys filming? You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. So I didn't imagine it to get here this fast. But to be honest, I've surrounded myself with an amazing team. I've put in the work, and this is different. This is what the sport needed. And so when you work hard at something, when you surround yourself with amazing people and you have one focus, you know, really anything is possible, and you can accomplish that. And, you know, the sky is the limit. If I'm doing this in my 4th fight, what can I do a couple fights from here? It's shocking to really think about it. I have a saying that I wrote down on my on paper and put it up on my mirror. And it says, think of where you started. Now imagine how far you can go. When I was 16 years old, falling asleep in class, nothing really going for me. I knew there was something else more for me out there. I just didn't know what it was because I couldn't break out of the bubble of living in Ohio. I didn't know. And to think it's only been, 7 years? And I feel like I could retire and be happy, but I also at the same time feel like I'm just getting started. Hey, let's go. Thank you. First time ever. Future of boxing. You can't just say it. I gotta be about it. And I wanted to bring something different. We jumped that up and made it happen. First and foremost, shout out to you for wearing the Boohoo Man collection, the Problem Child Boohoo Man collection. I like that. The sweatshirts. That's some dope shit right there. Boohooman.com. Man, I don't know. Everyone tries to be such a macho man in this sport, and I like to just have fun, make jokes, troll, grab cheeks. I mean, all my fights thus far, I've looked for the challenge. I'm finding out what I'm capable of in these fights. This is how we got here today. I'm always looking for the challenge because me as a businessman, I need a hard opponent who people are going to want to tune in to see. I'm not trying to do small pay-per-views. I'm trying to make history. And all I've done since my first pro fight is increase the level of competition. First pro fight, I'm going up against the guy, the beast from the Middle East. Boom, boom, boom. He's supposed to beat me. Oh, shit. 1 round. Okay, let me fight a real athlete who's supposed to be a dog who can jump 36 inches in the air. Nate Robinson. Okay, I won. Damn, okay, I'm good. Okay, let me fight a champion, a wrestler. Maybe he's not the best striker, but he's a real fighter. He could take a shot from Robbie Lawler. Okay, I beat that guy. Boom. Now we're at Tyron Woodley, 5-time UFC champion. Wow, I beat him? Okay, damn. Honestly, I was thinking about this. Like, I'm probably gonna bring the fight back here, bro. This was dope. This was a dream come true, and you saw the audience and the gate we did today. Was crazy. We got some stats, but the live gate was bigger than Conor McGregor's headlining event of the UFC in his hometown, Dublin, Ireland. So I sold more tickets than Conor McGregor did with the whole backing of the UFC in my 4th fight ever. We did more revenue. So might as well just bring it back here, and the crowd was lit. Everything was dope about this fight week.
And the crowd was there from 7 p.m., which is very, very rare for boxing, right?
Yeah, I was noticing that too. Like the stadium was full since the first pay-per-view fight. That's unheard of. These kids were excited, and I have people thanking me. The head of the commission here, like giving me a hug afterwards, like almost teary-eyed. Like, thank you for bringing this fight to Ohio. You're awesome. That's sick. I love when people show respect. I've done fights everywhere else, and they're just like, next.
I don't know that QCP knows how to actually.
We're on the path.
How we feeling, Crazy Bird?
I feel good.
What is going on here? We got Brandon. I'll take the ball.
That's me right now. I'm 5 wins in a row. He's 1-3 in the past 4 years. So guy needs to get off of his little vodka or whatever the fuck his brand is and sober up and start to get back in the fucking gym, and then we can fucking fight. But to be honest, no way he hits harder than Woodley. He doesn't weigh as much as Woodley. He's shorter than Woodley. I said it before the fight. I think Woodley's a harder fight than him, especially on the weight where he's going. Conor's going down. I'm going up. Woodley came in game. We'll see. When you read me the tweet, I read it like, these guys bro suck. Again, another loser talking up. Of course, he wants a payday. I'm the money fighter, one of the money fighters now in boxing. The guy's got a chin, but he doesn't land punches, right? So, that fight's there. No problem. Thank you for the attention. Thank you for watching me. I appreciate it, fanboy. This is a legend. This is a YouTube legend, by the way. Fuzi in the building. This is a legend right here. So if you don't know who he is, he's a YouTube OG GOAT right I think the media and the fans or haters are definitely holding me to a very high standard because I have a loud mouth. So like almost rightfully so. But I like that. That's what makes me better. That's what makes these fights bigger. And by the way, not only did I live up to the occasion, I won the occasion. And I have 8 rounds of experience now under my belt. I learned I can take a big-ass shot from a guy who's knocked out all you guys in the UFC. So let's go, baby. Like, I love it. Keep on doubting me. All of you, whoever it is. I know there are a lot of supporters in this fucking room, but whoever it is, everyone said leading up to the fight, Tyron Woodley's in Jake's head. Tyron Woodley's in Jake's head. Fuck out of here. I'm made of steel from toe to head to brain, everything. So I'm just getting warmed up and, keep doubting me. You'll see. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. We're going to get on down, get to the next one. Y'all have a good night. Peace out.
It is now time.